So today we're going to take a garden that is not so hot and we're going to turn it into something really beautiful. So it's going to be a revamp of a front garden. So something that, we can add a lot of curb appeal to this house. So on the left side here, we have a garden that it starts on the other side of the driveway, and it's pretty like mature evergreens and all different flowers, all different things. And then when you hop over the driveway, then it continues on, and there's like a lantern here, so I call this the lantern garden. And then on the right side of the property here, there are also a lot of evergreens, birch trees, a big lilac here, beautiful like lavender lilac, and then big hydrangea shrubs. But then here's the problem. The center of the front yard here, this garden is just not working. The structure is not correct, and there's just a lot of things about this that need to be fixed. So definitely in need of a revamp here. So this is the back side of this garden, and I actually think the back side looks better than the front of the garden. So these are thuya shrubs, and this is like a concrete patio, and there's actually like a full dining table and chairs here. And then this is like a Leland cypress on the side, and then my neighbor just put in a huge flagpole, so that's kind of fun to have a nice big American flag blowing over there. I just love that. And then on the side of this garden, you can see that it's just looking sad. Like there's a butterfly bush here. It's a beautiful white butterfly bush, but it's basically turning into sticks at this point. So that's going to need to get redone here. And then these three shrubs I think are fine. I would love to keep those. It's a nice cool kind of evergreen feeling on the patio, so I do definitely want to keep those. And then here are some light pink fragrant bee balm. And they do best in this garden for some reason, so those have to stay. And everything in this garden, I feel like looks kind of like a tall stick. So that's what we need to change. We need to change the structure of this garden and enlarge it and add some plants so that all these other plants that I love so much are going to fit in better. So also in this garden, we have some pink peonies and black mondo grass. And you can see this black mondo grass is actually green for some reason, not sure why. But this comes from my mother's garden, so I want to make sure that I leave that here if I can. And then we have white, light pink, hot pink, lavender, and red phlox in this garden. So of course they're not blooming right now, but when they're in full bloom, it's really a beautiful thing to have all those flowers in here. So I've gotten the mulch. I got 5 bags of black mulch. Usually I don't use like black mulch, but I figure this garden needs it. So I got plenty of mulch here. It was about $4 a bag at Home Depot, so pretty good. And then they also had roses on sale, like half off, so I did pick up a light pink double knockout rose. And this area of the yard, you can see it's set back from the sidewalk a few feet. I would say probably about 3 feet. But here there are 2 knockout roses. So one is hot pink, one is red, and then around the front there's also a light pink knockout rose. So the one that I picked up for this front center garden is a double knockout. So that should be really pretty, but I feel like it will tie into this other kind of side garden. So there's probably about 15 or 20 feet between these 2 gardens. So I'm going to enlarge this center garden to kind of meet with that other side garden so that the front of them are the same. So I'm pulling it out about 1.5 feet, and I'm going to re-edge this whole garden here. And when I edge this, I use a shovel from Home Depot. It's called a flower shovel, and I really like it. I use it for everything, but it's kind of like a small scale shovel, and it's, I would say, kind of pointy, roundy. It's definitely not a flat shovel, which normally people will edge with a flat shovel, but I just don't do that. I use this smaller shovel, and at this point, I'm just taking those clumps of grass and I'm turning them upside down on the front of this garden. And then tomorrow, I'll see if I can't knock some of that dirt off of there. Since this is just grass, it's not like weeds with seeds in it or anything like that. Otherwise I'd throw that right in the trash. But tomorrow I will try to get these like grass roots out of here, and then we'll keep all this soil because I don't have to replace all of that soil. So this is what I call a canyon edge. So some of my gardens have like pavers, like it's edged with pavers or stone or something like that. But a lot of my gardens I will do in this way, which is just like a very steep edge, and then I will pile the dirt and mulch and everything in the garden so that it looks very rounded. So this edge, the first time I go around, I do like a 45-degree angle, and then I'll go around again and do like a 90-degree angle. But all told, this only took me about 10 minutes to edge it, so it didn't take very long at all. So kind of have this all ripped apart, and I have some of my things. I'm going to go back and get more things from a couple different stores, and then tomorrow we will finish this garden, and I'm really excited. So I hope you come back and look at all the different kind of plant choices that will give us different colors and structure to this garden so that it looks good all year round in every season. So thank you so much.